This is what your standard CPE tax class would look like. Usually on a webcam, usually presented in a monotone voice, and usually nothing really interesting to look at. But here at TaxSpeaker, that's not what we're trying to go for.
We're making sure that we can actually strive for excellence in education, and that's a long path. It's not something that happens immediately. So we start with the baby steps. Coming on, some of the first things that I noticed within the studio is that while the lighting and all the preferences that we had were really good, they weren't as great as they could be. So let's show you an example. Let's take some of these floods out and some of the bar lights off. See how much darker it is? When I first came in, we had the floodlights, which were doing a really great job, but they didn't seem bright enough. So we added and came up with the bar lights. Now it's pretty nice and bright, I would say. So moving on from there, with our classes, we wanted to make sure that the lighting wasn't just enough, but that we had a color profile set for the cameras to make sure that everything looked just right. So moving on from that, the next key part of our online and just presence in general at TaxSpeaker is making sure that we have audience interaction. We want you to feel like you're in one of our classes. So that looks like making sure that we have a big enough screen or some form to be able to get you the slides so that way you never feel like you don't know what's going on. Attached to that, when we're in our studios, we strive to try and give you the best view of the vibe board that our speakers love to use to give you those great examples. A little bit of Bob handwriting there for you. And then, moving on from that, we always want to make sure that everything that you can see from us is exactly the consistency that you would expect. Making sure that the audio sounds good, making sure that there isn't any latencies, and making sure that we have the proper network speed to be able to get all of our videos to you. And we have an entire room dedicated just to our network to make sure that everything is in place and nothing will go off. As you can see, we strive past our competitors with all the webcam use and poor audio quality that they put in front of you. And with us and the cameras, lighting, and accessory equipment that we involve, you can see that we strive for the excellence in education that you deserve. So from all of us here at TaxSpeaker, I'm Jason Fruits, the Video Production Manager, and I look forward to seeing you. Take care.